Show audio check, ladies and gentlemen. Audio check 1, 2, 3. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. I'll be with you in just a moment. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I've been working on my sound lately. If I sound dull and muted and like blah, 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 please let me know. This microphone is a knockoff of the Shure one that everyone uses, and it's not as good. I paid knockoff price and I got knockoff quality. My one in Canada is a better mic. This one, not so good. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to DYOR Live. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media world. So glad to be with you on this Friday, March... What the heck is it? March 8th. Yes, I know that's my shtick. I can't remember the date. March 8th, 2024. So glad to be hosting another episode of what? DYOR Live here on the DYOR Media Network. The chat room's already full of people. I wonder why. Is that Stag group punking us again here? We got the Mainnet Z group here again. Even some Operation Phoenix guys. It's going to be a good day today. Once again, I'm without my co-host, Pedro. Pedro is, as I said, busy all week today. However, he did send us some alpha on a bunch of projects via video, and I'll play those as necessary. I asked poor Pedro to send me like a 5-minute video and some quick things about the market. He sent me a 52-minute long video that... I may just play in its entirety separately on a follow-up show. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to everybody in the house here. Who do we got here today? Andy Wilson coming to us from Scotland. I need to get the if it's not Scottish, it's crap line up there. Alt Notify, thank you very much for coming in from the Boddingtons group. Really appreciate it. Where was that other post that you had here? God, look at all these posts already. Not used to this here when I'm by myself. Shane Stores, subscribe, and DYOR. Shane, where are you coming to us from? Which group did you find us from here? And we got Pete. Got Dukes 123 here. Pete in the house. Thanks for joining us, Pete. Glad you could ignore your work today and ignore your kids and join our show. Pit Monk, thank you very much, Pit Monk, for the feedback. Thank you very much, Chuck. What's up, Chuck? Let's get Chuck going here on the.
Using the whole fist, Doc?
Using the whole fist there, Doc. If you guys haven't seen the movie Fletch, gotta watch Fletch. Who else we got here? Oh, Pit Monk, sorry about that. Forgot to give you the shout out here. God save our gracious I just love hearing that. We don't have any Canuckastanis on the line here yet. The Commonwealth is repped all around the world here, but not from Canada. Sorry, guys. Where's Crypto Mike when you need him? Anyway, probably a shorter show today. Depends on the comment section and what's going on here. I always say that, and then I ramble on for like 2 hours. But a couple of good topics today. A couple of the good topics. First of all, I've got something that all of you in the audience need to help me with. If you ever watch Banter, Crypto Banter, guy named Rand, who's like literally a bazillionaire crypto trader. Has a great show. Has a big staff. It's everything that I would dream for the DYOR Media, like actual production assistants, other streamers working with them too, and fat bags, just super fat bags. All the things that are good about that. If you stick with this, that could happen to you. But anyway, what he's doing is for other content creators, he is having what he said he's going to pick a couple of people to be on his show that feature his banter bubbles here. If you go to banterbubbles.com, you too can learn all about it. But anyway, so periodically I'm going to have this up on the background, or I'll have it, or I'll do something like this. Hey, you know. And it's going to be your guys' job to get Rand's attention, and I'll post some links on how to do that later. And then we'll get a free spot on his show, or at least a shout out or something, and he gets like 100,000 viewers a day. It's something ridiculous, you know? It's something absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, the mayor from Akron, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. The mayor of Akron Farmer. Should be mayor of Akron Farmer Crypto Degen? Well, let's get right to the point about this Friday. Why is this Friday a good Friday? Not that it's Good Friday, but that it's a good Friday. Because this has been one of the best weeks in crypto in years. Literally years. Let's look at, let's see if we can get our, I was prepared for this. As always, I get completely prepared for it and then drop everything. Let's get our show portfolio up here, DYOR live portfolio. Let's go to the Pedro screen here. Pedro? Nope. Tom screen. Here we go. We're at 33,000, almost 34,000 bucks in our show portfolio. We started with 25,000. We've been very bad at this. This should be 50 right now. It really should be. But as you can see, let's go to the numbers here. First of all, let's move me. Let's go to the numbers here. BNB, Crypto Mike got us into this. We're way up right now. A $5,000 investment. We're up 25. We're up a lot. We're up 50%, which is good. Up 2,500 bucks. Jasmy Coin, we are up 5,600 bucks. We pulled some money out of that. Pedro made me take profits. Pedro, I know you're supposed to take profits as it goes up. But now it's back up to, we still got another 3,500 bucks in it. So our $1,000 investment right now is looking at a, it's going to be close to a 10x here soon, which is amazing. Love that. Wish I would have put 10 grand in my real portfolio and had 100. That would have been nice, huh? Dimension is still doing well for us in the fact that it is just not doing anything at all. We missed that one just by about 3 or 4 days. And Kaching had us in that one. Brought that to the attention. And Kaching was in it earlier. Kaching, why didn't you bring us to our attention earlier? Anyway, and NetZ is it's trading right at where we bought in at it at about 91 cents. So that's good that we're not losing in that one. And then Operation Phoenix, we're actually down now in Operation Phoenix. How about that? Operation Phoenix needs to get her going, but they've got a lot of good things. They got their, what do they call it? Phoenix Fridays later today, in which I believe they have some big alpha coming out. So if you're not in Operation Phoenix, don't get in because I said to. You listen to their Phoenix Friday AMA and then decide for yourself whether to get in it or not. Drano, what's happening, Drano? LeBron James. Thank you very much. Shane, that's right. You're from Stag. I forgot. BNB is a Mooner. Alt notified. That's correct. It's doing well. I got to tell you, who's going to have the CEO of Binance? I couldn't possibly remember his new name. He's going to be speaking at an event coming up here in. He'll be at Paris Blockchain Week. Paris Blockchain Week is a big thing by a guy I know that runs it, Michael Amar, that I'm trying to get to actually come on the show and talk about it. And I have a nice press pass for it, all set up for me and one of my lucky viewers. But I'm not riding the train from Switzerland or coming down from Birmingham or anything like that. I'm coming all the way from Chicago with a whole bunch of video recording gear and all that. And so I need a sponsor. And so that's not going to happen in that short amount of time. Andy says, Z's to the moon. First, I thought you're falling asleep there, but nope, Z's to the moon. Check my audio here real quick again. Arcade from Stag. I don't know what arcade means. Oh, in Stag, you're arcade. I got you. Maybe. Anyway, back to our, Bitcoin. We got out of Bitcoin at, we made $500 in it, and then we sold it. And we were going to rebuy it when it dropped. Oop, band's coming to town. That's big street out here, and just the famous Metro Theater is right down the street here, where the Smashing Pumpkins got their start. And the tour buses come by, because there's a rail line here that only one bridge every couple of miles is tall enough for trucks and buses. So I know when the band is in town. And also ambulances, fire trucks, endless police cars for carjackings. Anyway, we didn't do well we forgot to get into Bitcoin back in our trade. We'd be up $20,000 now, and at the $50,000 level that I was saying. We should have. Pedro and I talked all about Bitcoin when it was in the 30s, going up into the 40s, and then coming down a little bit, and then going back up into the 60s. And we forgot to rebuy it after we sold it. Dumbass. We are the dumbass. And in my personal portfolio, totally did the same thing. Didn't invest in it at all until it was in the 60s. But I don't know how many of you guys, I note that ETH isn't it. Let's just do that now. I know Pedro is going to be like, there's going to be a bigger pullback. But we're in this for a little bit longer haul than this week. So let's buy some more Bitcoin. I should have done it earlier on the show. All right, earlier in the day we had that big dip. Could have bought the dip, right? Okay, so we're gonna buy 5,000, $34 million. No. we're going to buy. Let's see, 0.0. Let's just buy 10 grand worth. Fuck it. So 0.6. No, what am I doing? 1.5. 0.15. 0.14. 5. 5. 5. All right, that's good. About buying 10 grand worth of that. So we want to, let's see, it's 991. Let's see, add transactions. We bought that. We've got to net out our USDT. So we got to go back to USDT and sell some USDT to fund that so our portfolio is accurate. I screwed that up. Let's see, add transaction. Sell. Oh, 9. For Christ's sakes, what the hell happened there? Sell 9991. Whatever. Good enough. All right, so we're back into Bitcoin to the tune of 10 grand, and we have 10 grand left in it. So let's just buy some Ether. What do you guys think? What should we buy? There, Matt from Stag. Thank you for joining us very much. Shane says Phoenix. Let's F and go. Let's definitely F and go in that. And I think you'll hear good things from their AMA today. Jason, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Jason's, I gotta get some kind of a sound for an elk or a deer clashing or something like that. Buy some Stag, man. These guys are gonna shill. They're just gonna shill to no end. But that's what we're here for, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday. I should have done a Spaces, in which we call it Full Rant Fridays, in which I bring up people to talk about anything on the mic, including shilling your own project. But Pedro's not here, giving out financial advice or pseudo financial advice, so we can shill some more here and not really care. But anyway, a quick shout out to everyone watching on LinkedIn. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but I did a show last week about the volcano of BTC. And when I ended the show, my LinkedIn stream never ended. It just kept restarting and replaying it. And LinkedIn streamed my show the past week. Got it fixed only today. Only today. By chance, yesterday I was at the, and I was bugging LinkedIn all week about it. I'm like, man, you got to fix my account. And yesterday I had to go to my bank branch in downtown Chicago, and it's in the lobby of a building that has the Midwest headquarters for LinkedIn. So I sent the tech that I was working with a picture of the LinkedIn sign, and then the sign behind the security desk. And I'm like, I'm here. Who should I talk to? I swear to God, it was fixed. It was fixed within an hour. And I didn't know it was there. I just went to my bank, and I was like, hey, this is the LinkedIn building. It was pretty funny. Anyway, got everyone's attention. Crazy man shows up at the front desk. Just fix it. Anyway, thank you to everybody watching on LinkedIn. I appreciate it. If you want to participate, LinkedIn's comment section kind of sucks. So if you want to participate in it, in the discussion, come on over to LinkedIn. Come on over to YouTube. Just go to YouTube, search DYOR Media. You'll find us right away. Guess who we got in the house? Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Lord Baltimore. Welcome, Lord Baltimore, to the house. I'm in the middle of using up the last of our cash in our show portfolio. We still have $10,000 in cash. And I need to I'm going to talk about this today because all the other YouTubers are talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. And I don't have good graphics for it, so you're going to hear my voice talk about it in the urgency in which you need to be in the market right now. And if you have any money in any other account whatsoever, except the wife's birthday account, you gotta just have it in crypto. There's no other asset that's done as well or is going to do as well in the next couple of days. In fact, I just watching. If you compare, let's see if I can do that chart. I don't. Let's see. Nasdaq. I don't have the trading view like Pedro. I missed the big deal on it this year. That's the Bitcoin chart. It's not what I was looking for. Anyway, there's a chart out there in which you can look at Nasdaq versus Bitcoin. And if you had all of your money, let's just make it easy to figure out. If you had all of your money in the Nasdaq, and the major currency of the world was Bitcoin, but you had it out of it in the Nasdaq, you would have lost 99.99% of your value. Literally 99%. That's how well Bitcoin has done against everything else. If you had all your money in gold, this is since 2000. Hold on, let me get the book of rugs here. My notes. Since 2011, Nasdaq is down 99.9% when compared to Bitcoin. 99%. Think of that. Think about, we complain about in the U.S. and Canada losing 7% a year to inflation. And it's like, oh my God, and that compounded yearly is crazy. Imagine losing 99.9% of your money. Then you think, well, I've got some money in gold. Gold is down 99.9999% against Bitcoin. So if you go to any chart, choose gold or choose the Nasdaq. And instead of it being against the US dollar, choose against Bitcoin, the chart's straight down. It's the most amazing thing, and it's the most amazing thing I did not take advantage of over the past couple of years. But not anymore. I mean, there's no free cash sitting in the bank. Just if you have free cash sitting in the bank, it's lunacy. There's no period. Even with the 70% dips, there's no period of time that you can measure in which Bitcoin did not do better than the stock market or your mutual funds. It doesn't matter where you pick, except for an hour on some Friday, a year ago or so, 2 years ago. It's just always done better. Someone else was just saying it's the largest transfer of wealth from one asset class to another ever. and it's getting bigger because the guys are still oops, hold on. computer that controls my lights, decided today to update. Thank you, Windows. El no worko. Hey, Shane's also in Meme Kong. I like Chris and those guys at Meme Kong. Had them on my Space Lounge AMAs a lot. Yes, Chuck, it is a full house. Alfie owns Meme Kong, not that Chris guy. What's the other guy's name that was in it for a while? Eric, the musician. He's a good guy too. Anyway, it's good to. I think we've had Alfie on the show here, haven't we? Let's see what else. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, ADD kicking in today. Let's get back to CoinMarketCap. Let's find something to do with this other $10,000. Let's just buy some Ether. Let's be done with it. Pedro's gonna be like, "What did you do while I wasn't there?" Remember, this is paper trading money, not real money. I wish we had a real show portfolio to use. We could do it with my portfolio, but it's not as exciting. There's the risk management for the show portfolio is like down here. It's like, screw it, buy it. Risk portfolio for striking and Mrs. Striking's money way up here. All right, so let's buy 2 ETH, 2.5 ETH, 2.55 ETH, 2.55 ETH. All right, let's sell another. We got to sell another 10,000. All right, we are full. Oh, I bought that. I did the wrong thing again. Edit. Delete that transaction. You guys got to keep me on my toes today here. Add transaction. Sell 10,000. There we go. Back to the portfolio. All right, $33,900. So we're almost at 34,000. And let's see where we are with what we've added. We're already up. We're already up $46 or a few dollars on ETH. You know what? Let's see. Pitmonk says, have you been watching what Star Atlas has been making? Star Atlas? I don't know Star Atlas. Crypto Atlas? On Sol. Are you talking about a YouTuber or a project? Maybe buy into them for $500 on your online portfolio. I can only buy into them if they're on CoinMarketCap. Are they on CoinMarketCap? Star Atlas. Oh yeah, there they are. Dara, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hope your evening in Madrid is really nice. Like I've said before, I've never been to Madrid except I connected through there, and once I'm on my way to. God, I don't even remember where I was going. Maybe Italy. No, somewhere in the Middle East. Anyway, only ever connected through Madrid, never been there. Star Atlas trading at 6/10. Well, we'll just call it 0068. And let's see, that's their day chart. Where do they? Well, they have had a nice run up too. Let's see, they were trading at 4 hundredths of a cent. Whatever, 0.004. Only got up all the way to 008 and then pulled back a little. Yeah, maybe send me some information about that. Project on Sol, it's a game. Star Atlas. Star Atlas. Matt, what is WOR? Let's look at WOR. Thank you for all of you guys joining me on this Friday here today. I don't have Pedro with me to take up the conversation, so I need the help. Like I've always say, I get used to having Pedro on the show here. Pedro will not be back next week either, and neither will I. It is March break for a lot of universities, and my son is leaving the great St. Louis to come up to Canada with me to go skiing. So I don't think we'll be on the air really at all next week, unless Pedro has some time and maybe he'll just come on by himself that time. All right, we've got. No, I've got a different one up. Hollywood Capital Group Warrior. Nope. WOR. WOR. Wasn't that a famous radio station? World of Rewards. There it is. Price not tracked. They must be brand new. Drano. NetZ devs having a Shark Tank-like space on X at 3 Eastern time. Come by and check out a lot of alpha, and info will drop. Drano, if you message me the link to that, I'll drop it in the comments here. You can't post URLs. Also, don't forget, I don't know how many of you actually know it, but I do have a crypto Telegram room here. It's called DYOR Media, Striking's Crypto Smackdown. And it's where there's not a lot of conversation going on there, but it is where I post information about the shows. You can drop links there and things like that we talk about in the show. Let's see if I've got... Pete says, I have a meeting during lunch, but I'll have it playing on my tablet, but I won't be watching it, though. Well, everybody, let's bomb Pete's meeting. So once again, if you want to send me a link, either send it to me directly on Telegram. Most of you know how to find me. Or if you want to share it with everybody, like I said, find... I just changed the name of it. DYOR Media, Striking's Crypto Smackdown. And join it. If you can pass, if you're smart enough to pass the CAPTCHA, you're smart enough to post in my forum. How about that? Que pasa with Pedro Namas? He has foreseen something that we should know about. I think he has foreseen the mining fiat thing, that he needed some more fiat, so he's been mining that. And like most of us that are creators, we have multiple jobs, and every once in a while they get in the way of doing what we really like, this. And he's unfortunately busy this week and next week. But like I said, we're not going to be on next week unless I can get him to do his own show. Jason says WAR is a great project. Well, it must be nice and small. Somebody drop a link to a chart for that for me. Because all I'm finding it does. You know what? I'm not that dumb. I can go find it, right? And where am I going to find it, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, PooCoin. I very rarely use PooCoin anymore, but it is good for some things. There it is. Just the mere mention of it being on my show. It's a tankola. Maybe I don't have the right chart or something like that. Oof. I must have the wrong one. It's the contract. I copied the contract number. They must have relaunched, right? Something like that. Texas Wolf, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yeah, Matt, that's probably version 1. And they haven't updated CoinMarketCap. But I'm guessing this is it right here behind me. A couple of new people showing up on LinkedIn. Welcome everybody. Let's get the social media post out for everybody. Welcome everyone. Please comment, like, follow, share. Just do it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Just do it. All right, let's find their contract here. Launchpad. Everybody's got a launchpad now. There's more people starting launch pads than there are than there are projects launching. All right, here's the chart. All right, what do we got here? A chart very similar to the Operation Phoenix. Good launch. People sold off a little bit. Actually, not as good, but yeah, still a decent launch. Didn't go under their launch price, which is always a harbinger of things to come. Lots of investment. Unfortunately, too much money coming out. Probably a couple of early whales selling out. But now's the time where people start getting back into it. This, as you know, Pedro and I talk about this stuff all the time. These, let me see if the whiteboard works today. Nope. Come on, whiteboard. Nope, doesn't work. Anyway, right here, this when you see the dip stop and then it just goes straight back up. Always a worrisome thing. You like to see the dip come down and slowly spin out as buyers start warming up back to the market. These sharp dips up are like people loaded with got BNB loaded up just waiting for the dip, and then they buy it, which is good because they buy the dip, but it doesn't show that investor number of investors coming back into it. It just shows the guy that's sitting there watching the chart, ready for the dip, and bang, they buy it. And as soon as they do, usually some asshole sells it off again. So that's always a tough one to get in right here and say, yeah, see, it's going back up. But the way it goes back up, Pedro has a technical term for it. I don't remember it. So this is a key spot on this chart where you really need to energize your community to do the best they can to keep it going, because otherwise the guy that sold here is probably going to dump his bags right here after getting an extra 30%. That's what's going to happen. You like to see that kind of come right, or like go this way. I can't do this backwards. You want it to go, you want it to be a U shape. You don't want it to be that hard V like that. Unless, of course, the volume's massive, then it doesn't matter. Anytime you have massive volume, doesn't matter. But here you can see the volume on the chart. Not so massive. Gradual as slopage. I don't know if that's the right term or not. Texas Wolf says, know anything about Canine launched yesterday. AI ETH coin. I don't know anything about it at all. Canine. I don't know what it is. Let's look at it. Let's look at the chart real quick here. That's not it. That's my scroller page. Let's see. I guess I'm going to have to look at them on DEX. Canine. 1 day ago. Well, that's not so shabby. Look at this 1 hour chart. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting ready to take off. Pedro here, he'd be like, buy it. Buy it. This is a classic, excellent launch here. As you can see, as any of you can see, if you're watching this show, you're in the crypto market. If you're in the crypto market, you know good things. And good, well, you know what good things are? When there's no direct down. There's no rug. There's no dev stealing anything. This is a good project. I mean, I don't know if it's a good project, but it's a good launch. Oh, look, my mic does come out here. As you can see, we got the launch over here. Let's get me on the screen here. The launch went very well, much like the Operation Phoenix launch. I'll keep pumping that. And then no big sell-off right after it. So it's obviously not a meme coin or a play of the day or just a market cap play for 2 days, which some of us are going to be in one here recently or soon. And then some growth, a little bit of sell-off, probably with the market. And then invest. And what is this form right here? If I could draw it. I'll just use my hands. We got a flag forming here. And it's probably going to break out here soon. So that's good. I don't know anything about them. Canine. I was calling him canine, like a knife. Canine. Whatever. Anyway, it's a good chart. We'll look into them. I'll write that down to check them out. Jason says, I bet war blows people's minds. I'm going to mark that as something we need to track. War. No, Stag partnered with them. Stag's partnered with a bunch of people. Partnered with Operation Phoenix and crew for their decks. I got to tell you, I don't know why more people don't take advantage of this sell-less technology. And for those of you that don't follow it and haven't heard me talk about it before, haven't heard other people talk about it before, a sell-less DEX, it's the only problem it really suffers from. It's a terrible name. It's not saying it's sell-less. You're like, well, nobody sells. Is it a honeypot? No, it's what it is that all the pancake swap contracts are set up so that if you have tokenomics, when you buy or sell it, the tokenomics is taken out and sent to a contract wallet in the tokens. And then when it reaches a certain threshold, the contract automatically sells it to convert it to BNB. And what does that do? It puts some of these nasty red candles for no reason at all. No person said, oh, I want to be out of this. No market sentiment changed against the project. No, nothing changed. In fact, it was just the contract taking its operational money out of it, which it had already done in the buy-sell. And so so even when you buy, you end up generating a red candle, a smaller one. Say you buy $100 and you have 5% tax. Ultimately, there'll be a $5 red candle because of you on a buy. If you sell, it doubles up. You have one red candle for your sell and then an extra sell for the tax, which isn't very fair. Isn't very fair because it a lot of times it kicks off some FOMO selling, especially if the threshold is set high. And with sell-less technology, it takes all that stuff out before it hits the chart. So your tax is taken out and then it does the chart transaction. So the marketing and operational wallet has BNB in it, not the contract tokens of which it sells. And you can tell if a project is somewhat serious if they will listen to it and at least entertain being on one of these DEXs or like Operation Phoenix's DEX, because they know it's a better deal for their retail investors. Whereas 99% of projects at launch, you know they're not going to be around in a month, so the guys don't really care. Alfie's is in Stag also. Tribe looks insane. Tribe. Oh, look who we got in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, Crypto Mike in the house. One of these days, I'm going to play that one for you in French, and you'll never be a subscriber again. Timothy, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. What is going on with my YouTube thing here? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not shared our broadcast today with your friends, let's try and get the viewership up. Wouldn't mind doing that. Our viewership for a couple of weeks was strong at about 100 per episode. Wouldn't mind getting a few more people in here. Having a good Friday discussion with you loyal folks is the best. But wouldn't mind getting the numbers up because I'm trying to attract more sponsors. I want this thing to be a net positive thing for me in the cash, not the net negative. Timothy says, great channel, love watching. Sometimes I wish I was like Crypto Lifer or one of these other super technical analyst guys, or even like Pedro. But that's not what I do. I can't do it. I got to provide a little entertainment in that. But I am learning a lot. So on these days in which Pedro isn't here, I can help out and fill in a little bit. It just takes a lot of time. And like anything else, to be proficient at it, you have to do it for 10,000 hours. And Pedro has been doing it for that. Victor says, check out War Project. All right. Well, we just had that chart up a few minutes ago, War, and we're talking about it. Like I said, if anyone wants to drop some links, it's shut off in the URL here, or in the chat, because otherwise you get those feet people spammers. Go to find TG. Oh, look, someone's done that. The mayor of Akron. Apparently Alexa thinks that I wanted to know what the temperature was. And find the DYOR Media Striking's Crypto Smackdown Telegram room. You can post any links there. and I'll repost them in the chat to share with everybody. Or you can just do it on your own. Go to my chat room, my TG room, find it for yourself. Thank you, Mike, for the shout out in your chat room, in your Telegram room. Appreciate it. This is just pure shill right now. The mayor of Akron is shilling Green Miner. Green Miner. Well, let's go to it. If you're going to shill it, I'm going to talk about it today. Someone's going to have to shill me something really bad. Instead of smiling and saying, oh, this is great, I'm going to have to be like, oh, no. Let's find... let's see. Which one here? Liquidity. All right. There's the Green Miner. This is an interesting chart. That's a different pair. Let's find nope, that's the right chart. Shane says sell less is good. Yeah, it is, and you get more tokens. Like if you guys are like Stag and Operation Phoenix's token itself are literally on PancakeSwap and the DEX. Use the DEX. You get more coins in total. You get, if over time you get a little bit more when you buy and you sell. You get for the same amount of money, you sell fewer coins, or you get a little bit more money if you sell everything. It's a small percentages, but as you guys know, in this over time, small percentages add up, and it helps out the project. It helps out the project more because you're not giving the fees to PancakeSwap, and they can be a lot. I mean, I'm in a liquidity pool for another project, and every couple of days I go to claim. It's not you don't get tokens. It gives you like actual cash. And every once in a while, I'm like, holy crap! I got a lot of money doing that. Obviously, I'm taking a risk on impermanent loss, but and when you put your money out there to work in a liquidity pool, it helps. And so by having Stag and Operation Phoenix basically getting their own rewards from their liquidity pool, not paying PancakeSwap, it's only a good thing. And if you're starting a project, or even if you have a project running on PancakeSwap, there's no downside to partnering with a DEX that also holds your liquidity and takes less of your money. Let's see. Jason says above is about war. All right, we're talking Green Miner right now. We'll get back to war in a second. On here, it's the mayor of Akron. I don't know if your names are linked elsewhere, so I'll just leave it at that. The Green Miner seems to be a good project. Only up involved here. $261,000 market cap and $132,000 of liquidity. So that's pretty healthy. 50% liquidity there. Yeah, let's look at more. They've got. Let's see, 60,000 in gem and 60,000 in something else. CZ USD. You know what? I don't even know what CZ USD is. It's CZ USD. Anyway, obviously we've got the striking effect here. When I talk about it on my show, it's going up. I'm blocking it right now, but you can see there's been a couple of buys here while we're on the air. There's nothing better than talking about a project and then it goes up while you're talking about it. All right, let's go back and talk about war before you guys all get bored of me. Let me find that again. War version 1. No, we don't want that. WOR. What did I do with that? Oh, here's 4. All right, let's go through what's on here. BSC training. Are these all projects on having to do with war? We see our friendly stag there. $1.84. That needs to go up to like $5 quickly, gentlemen. Safe Degens. That's a great name for a project. Safe Degens. DFS Mafia token. Coffee Ethereum. CIH Shell token. All right, let's go back to war here. All right, let's go through the war comments here. War is a great project. They have a wonderful team. Everyone's got a wonderful team, though. Hey, am I frozen on your screen? This is interesting. Well, my studio software is frozen, but everything else is working great, so we're going to go with this. Let's see. Shane says war is a good utility. Question is, are the comments coming up on the screen? I bet they are not. Nope, they are. All right, well, we'll just go with it. War is a great utility. One of the utility is the War DApp, where your project gets potential investors and holders. That's good. Jason said Operation Phoenix Swapper is the best thing I've seen in crypto for a long time. Yeah, pay attention to their AMA today. They've got my old project that I used to, well, I'm still part of it, but rep on this show all the time, the DYOR token. Which I might add, there's a Chinese scam group out there using the DYOR tokens logo, and they even got DEX tools to list them as a DEX exchange using our logo and our graph. They stole all our graphics, and they stole a bunch of things from the other guys I've had on the show, DYOR Exchange and DYOR DEX. This group's called DYOR Swap. It's a Chinese group. I've been trying to get them taken down, but getting any of the internet providers in China to respond to anything is impossible. Oh my God, we got Dave Tennant in the house. Dave coming to us all the way from Australia. Dave, what are you doing up so late? Yeah, let me guess. Your child is up and getting you up. You know what? Your kid's got to be, 4 now? Or whatever. Anyway, Dave Tennant, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Blast from the past, Dave Tennant. Anyway, I see War is in the house. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We periodically just like to degen it up here on these Fridays and talk about projects and chill them out. We do a lot of serious, for those of you new to the show, we do a lot of serious talks here. We talk policy. I have guests on all the time. I've had everyone from Caitlin Long to Patrick Dougherty on the show. Obviously, most of us know who Caitlin Long is. Dougherty is the lawyer for Coinbase, who famously went to the SEC. They say, come in and register. And so they go to the SEC and they say, get out, and we're going to sue you. And as Patrick said live on my show, we got rug pulled. Coinbase got rug pulled by the SEC. We have a lot of other good guests, too, and a bunch of them coming up in the future. So we like to have a good time here. We have a fun show sometimes and sometimes a more serious one. The purpose, for all you new viewers, the purpose of DYOR here is as they say, instead of giving you the fish, we want to teach you to fish. And so do your own research. Carmen Crypto in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host from yesterday, Carmen Crypto. CarmenCrypto.com is hosting. Carmen is all things crypto. She's involved with everything you could possibly imagine, including a cool new AI project called LegalWise.ai. Really interesting. Could possibly revolutionize the legal industry. That would be good. Or could just get bought out by LexisNexis and disappear in an hour. Timothy says, never bored. You're doing great. I try. You can do it. We believe your channel will grow. All you got to do is get good feedback from people, and I know how to tune my show. Mayor of Akron says, basically, Green Miner is using extra energy from rooftop solar panels to mine Caspa, while the Caspa to buy and burn the gem token. Oh, that's interesting. Got to tell you, that's a good thing. My son actually had a solar mining project at a summer job once. He worked at a car mechanic shop out near Boston, and the owner just had a bunch of solar panels sitting around that they had replaced, but were still good. Not as efficient as the new ones, but he still had them. And Striking Jr. was like, "Hey, what are you doing all this solar equipment?" He's like, "Nothing." He said, "We got new ones." And he's like, "Oh, do you mind if I hook him up to a miner?" And him and his buddy hooked up solar panels to a miner, and they got about like a good 5 hours a day donated to. I think they got an ETH pool and a Moneris pool, and that they ended up. I think they earned like $250 over the summer or something like that, and they spent probably 100, 200 hours on it. So I said. I said, there you go. You earned some beer money for working for minimum wage for a long time. Jumpa's channel. Hello, mate. Have you check up on WAR, experience 6% reflection on USDT, and explore the WAR DApp rewards where holders can choose projects to reclaim every day, enhancing portfolio diversification. There we go. Thank you, Jumpa's channel. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it very much. All you new viewers today, loving it a lot. Shane, everyone lies wonderful. Yes. Chuck says, "What's up, Carmen?" You know, Carmen, I did not play for you. Oh, and I don't have it handy. There it is. Oh, there it is. The sparkle. Yours is better because it's louder. Shane says, "I want to be wonderful." Mr. B, thanks for joining the show. Really appreciate it, Mr. B. If 10 people comment on the live show, Chuck sent me OPHX rocks, Operation Phoenix rocks, I'll burn 420 OPH tokens. Well, this. Watch this. Chuck sent me from OPHX. Oh, did it not post? Oh my God, I am way behind on the comments. Way behind. Carmen Crypto, it's Friday. Yes. Hey, Carmen. Chuck sent me OPH rocks. I made some good profits on Floki BNB recently. I can't see the end of that comment. Taken 4x profits and left the other half in the bag. I don't suggest anyone buy now. I know there's a lot of projects. We all wish we would have gotten in a little while ago. Lawal says, "The future looks bright for WAR." Thanks for joining us, Lawal. Chuck Jan says, Dave Tennant in the house. Chuck sent me. 1B says, "Hello from Texas." Thanks for joining us, 1B. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being a new viewer to it. Today we've got a different show than normal. It's just me. Usually I have a co-host, Pedro Garcia, the crypto chart analyst, going over all sorts of charts. Space Cat. Welcome, Space Cat.
The final frontier.
Final frontier. Carmen says, "Dave is in the house." Another OG. Andy, OPHX rocks. All right, well, we might as well. Thank you guys from WAR for joining us, but let's find the OPH chart. Another fine project here. Obviously, we all wish this was at Moon, but it's not at Moon, but it's still very good. The OPHX chart is in a great position for moonage here. I point and I can see it on my own monitor, but it's different on the streaming monitor. And I'm blocking it. Like I always say, we had a great launch here. This is just like that other project we're just looking at that launched great. No major sell-off rate immediately. No. I'm not going to use the word. No, it rhymes with feet. Some people give me grief for using it. Went up. There were some fat bags in the private sailors. Let's not kid us. There was a little too much there. And then it got up to about 11 cents. And then the bags were even fatter. And a lot of people exited out, took their profits. But now we're kind of, as you can see the line here. If Pedro is here, he'd say, "Here's the support line." Support line's right about it where the price is right now. And there's all new alpha coming out from them. They got their new hookup with DeFi Sean and their new DEX. And I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a cross-chain swapper. So if you're over on ETH and you want to buy something on BNB, you'll be able to just send tokens, send your ETH to an address, and it'll send BNB to your wallet. And use the liquidity pool from the BNB side without having to have a separate liquidity pool on the ETH side. I may not be describing that correctly, but it's something to me. It's like this. Oh, that's going to be awesome. And DeFi Sean is going to bring that technology to OPH, Operation Phoenix, in a partnership. Dave says it's 5 a.m. here. I'm a little behind in these comments. You guys are rocking it today. Pitmonk says, Doctor Who in the house. And I need the exterminate. Exterminate. Let's see if I can find one of those real quick. Pitmonk, I don't know about you or any other Brits watching, I have been to the Doctor Who Museum in Cardiff. Yep, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. I took my daughter there when she was, I guess, 10 or 11. Because my daughter and I, striking it, she was a Doctor Who crazy fan. Not of the old Doctor Who's or even the newest one, but of Dave Tennant, Doctor Who, here. Pitmonk, I wish it was Dave Tennant from Doctor Who. We get a lot more experience, but it's Dave Tennant from Australia, and the next season with. Matt, what's his name? Can't remember his last name. And so I took her. I said, all right. We left the U.S., got on a flight, flew into Manchester, took the train down to Cardiff, went to Doctor Who. It was actually quite interesting. Let's see. What kind of sound do we have for Doctor Who? Actually, nothing good.
Voice mod.
No.
Supercharge your voice with voice mod.
Oh, it's a voice mod. I can talk like the second Doctor. Let's see, Doctor Who. We'll give Dave Tennant a proper. What about this one? Nope. Nope. All right. That joke has run its course. Dave says second one is on the way. Congratulations, Dave. Back to no sleeping. Let me guess. The second one's on his way just as the first one is out of diapers, right? That's how it works, right? So just as you have a life again, the second one comes and you're back to schlepping. I remember that two of the best days about being not best, but most relaxing days is that day that you realize you don't ever need diapers again for your kids. And that the next one is when you don't have to be in the pool with them. When you can go somewhere and they can just go in the pool and all you can do is you can watch from the sidelines and have a nice gin and tonic. But the days of when they want to be in the pool all day and you're a parent and you've got 10, 15 minutes of quality pool time before you're like, hey, let's go get a gin and tonic. I remember that day. I'm like, hey, I don't have to be in the pool if my daughter's the youngest. And all of a sudden she was on her own and safe. And I was like, dad duty done. Mr. B says, Chuck sent me. Operation Phoenix rocks. Carmen says, congrats, David. Congrats. One of these days I'll get to Australia. Mrs. Striking and I want to go down there and explore your Gold Coast. Mrs. Striking's a beach lover, and she's heard all about the beaches south of Brisbane. Brisbane. Of course, back to war, where it lets you pick from their partners to earn rewards. Thanks, Carmen. We haven't found out keeping it a surprise. Dave, I can't stress how cool that is. I did that both times. Didn't learn. So what happens now? Everyone has these, and if you've done it as a man, then you got sucked into it. But the woman wants to have her reveal party and do something stupid. And then, so what happens is that if they say it's a boy, you get 50,000 blue things. And if they say it's a girl, you get 50,000 pink things. But if you don't know, people get you green stuff, and they get you yellow stuff, and they get you all kinds of things for that aren't exactly the same. And not only that, but what have humans been doing for millions of years? They've had the joy of the surprise of being surprised when the child is born. It's an amazing feeling. If you guys haven't done it, someday you will, whether you like it or not. When the child is born, it's an amazing thing. And getting to walk out in the hall and tell your friends and family it's a boy and it's a girl, and I was lucky I got to do both, is one of the most amazing feelings you could possibly have in your life. And it's built into our DNA to do that. And to have a computer tell you what your child is, and you go, oh, yay, honey, you're having a boy. You guys suck. And the wife say, I want to nest, I want to get ready, I want to have everything ready. Look, humans for millions of years didn't get ready for a boy or a girl. They just knew they were going to have a kid, and they were fine, and the human population has done great. I'm Dave. You're the man. Carmen says, Happy Women's International Women's Day. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the day that all the women get to say, we're the boss, even though they are the bosses every day anyway. Let's bring that website up. Women in Crypto. There it is. A shout out to everyone, including most of our viewers here are men. And some some are women, and I've got by simple statistics, there's probably one of you out there that's cut your dick off and changed sides. But I shouldn't say that. I really shouldn't. But it's the International Women's Day. But since we talk about crypto, it's Women in Crypto Week. Also, this group, Carmen, I think it was you, Carmen, that sent this to me. Maybe it was a different one. Learn more. So if you haven't joined, if you're a important woman in crypto, or at least important in your own mind, join the Association for Women in Cryptocurrency. It's a platform for women and supportive allies who seek to enhance their knowledge and education in the growing field of cryptocurrency and other digital assets. I've had this discussion with Carmen. I've had it with Caitlin Long. I've had it now with a couple other people, in that there is no, unlike other old school businesses, there's no glass ceiling in crypto. I mean, most industries, the glass ceiling has been worked out. There's still a couple of old white boy networks here and there. But most of the places, people are getting promoted on merit. And in crypto, this industry came out of nowhere. There was no established network order of things. People, you want to start a project, you start the project. I don't care what country you're from, who you are, whatever it is. You got a good project, people throw money at you. But there's the other part of it is that people are more comfortable learning in an environment that they trust, similar demographics, that type of stuff, because that's how we've always learned. We've learned from our friends and people like us, and of course YouTube. But even on YouTube, the studies show that people watch videos from people more that are in the same demographic of them than other people, and so that's how you learn. And so an organization for women to better help each other learn about cryptocurrency can only do good things. They have memberships, speaker directory, sponsors, also all the usual stuff. I won't go into it too much. But Carmen, thanks for bringing that up and reminding me that it is International Women's Day, and it does not mean it's Valentine's Day again. It doesn't mean we have to cook breakfast and make dinner and get cards and do all that stuff. Got it? You guys have that in February, not March. March is like any other month in which we take out the trash, we clean up, we do everything anyway. I know, that's not true. Get the Binance fragrance. All right, let's get the, what chart was I on here? Where'd my mouse go? Oh, it was on the Phoenix chart. Crypto Mike says, Happy Women's Day. God, you guys are just killing it on the comments today. 1B says, Green Miner is legit, guys. Worth a look. They had a nice chart. Always good on it. Neo AI and Project X. We've had Zach Humphreys was my co-host earlier in the week on Tuesday, and we had a great show about AI. Was it Tuesday? Might have been last week. Yeah, I guess it was last week. Whenever Zach was on recently, and we talked about crypto and AI, and not just the AI projects like Fetch and Near and all these guys, but the confluence of how AI and crypto are going to merge. It was a great show. It was a great, fantastic show. But Neo AI and Project X, real AI. Let's put that on the list. Neo AI and Project X. Project X Real AI. Well, just to kick back into Carmen, since she's so gracious to quickly, Alicia from Madrid. You got it, boy. Yes. I'll just give you one good old fat yes, dear. Yes, dear. There'll be lots of that. Yes, dear. In fact, Mrs. Striking's on the other side of the green screen here on her own Zoom meeting right now, because I know later she's not listening to me. Later she'll probably get a wind of this and she'll be like, what's that business about not being nice to me on Women's Day? My wife wanted the first one to be a surprise. Fine. Then on 2 and 3, she wanted to find out early. And I said, F no. Mayor of Akron, you're the man. You are the man. Isn't that, trust me, that feeling of being able to run out and say, it's a boy, it's a girl, there's nothing like it. I mean, and it's not just because like, oh, I was a dad and I had a kid. It's because that shit is built into your DNA to do that. And that moment of anticipation, the endorphin rush, all that type of stuff. And most of the time, it's a happy thing. One of my friends, it was not a happy time at all. I'm not going to talk about that, but also emotional. Let's see. Michael Friel, thanks for joining the show. I probably know you in the Operation Phoenix Telegram room as something else. But yeah, the support line has been solid on Phoenix. Great for DCA. However, it won't last too much longer, in my humble opinion. Great show, by the way. Thank you very much for joining us. Lawal, welcome. Oh, yeah, wait. You've already been on here today. Never mind. But thanks for posting again. War revolutionary approach attracts global attention. There's no doubt that war attracts attention. Aminu Usman, thanks for joining us. Aminu, I'm not going to pronounce that right, am I? No chance. Happy International Women's Day. Space Cat says, your wife would love Squeaky Beach in Australia. Loved it there. I assume that's in the Gold Coast side. We do have some viewers from Perth. There's a couple little islands over there that are really cool. Trust me, I'm going to spend, first crypto go up. This is right. This is what we all want. Crypto go up. And when crypto go up, then Striking and Mrs. Striking will come down and spend like 3 weeks in Australia exploring the beaches there. But right now, I can only explore about as far as the end of the street. Crypto need to go up a lot more. Michael says, burn that Operation Phoenix, because we had 10 people comment on it. Michael also says, respect for all the women today and always. Thank you very much for doing that. Texas Wolf, Zinu coin is looking good. Well, I got a shout out to those guys. Zinu. Remember, all of you guys in these projects that you're shilling here, I do this. I tell people all the time, why do you do this show, Tom? Because it's marketing. It's fun. I like doing the show, but ultimately it's marketing. And it's marketing for me to grow the channel, hopefully make some money doing this. It's marketing for the projects, come in here, talk about it, all that type of stuff. If you hear me talk about something and you're part of a project and you want to use the video, all you have to do is use it and give me credit. DYOR Dex was just on this show, and they did a whole series of shorts on Twitter, on YouTube, TikTok, all this type of stuff, in which they took the questions I asked and the answers, it made them into nice little short videos, and put them out there. And all they did was just attribute me to it, so I get the exposure from it. So you guys with Mainnet Z, War, all these things, if you tell your guys, hey, Striking was talking about you for a minute, go back and cut out just a little clip. Hey, here's some guy, some random dude on the internet talking about our project. You're free to go do that. Carmen, Pedro is not back on Monday because we're going to be off all next week. It's Christmas break. Not enough caffeine yet. It's winter break. It's March break. It's March break, and my son's coming up to Canada. I'm in Chicago right now. I even said it like he had to edit Pedro's Mexican accent to it. Chicago. I'm in Chicago right now, and I'm going back. This is Striking and I, and Striking Jr. Are going back to Canada on Sunday, and Striking Jr. and I are going to go skiing for a couple of days. Take a few days off. But if Pedro's around, maybe I'll try and get him to just come on and review some charts. Carmen says, I have a couple projects that I wanted to come on to the show. I think we need a Carmen Crypto chit-chat segment. Is that your project you added at the back? Oh, I forgot to bring something up. Here, this is in you. Pitmonk, do I got the right chart here? Let me know if I got the right chart for Zinu. So Uniswap. $2 million market, $1.8 million market cap, 394. Guessing it's the right one. It's an ETH project. Well, look what we got, ladies and gentlemen. Coaching in the house. Thank you, Derek, for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. Dukes, it was Matt Smith, right? I couldn't remember Matt's last name. What was he, the 10th or 11th doctor? I can't remember. Can't remember all the doctors. All I remember is that when they brought the lady in, it was awful. Even my daughter and I started watching it. We're like, can't do it. Skip that whole season. And skipping a season of Doctor Who is dangerous because 3 seasons later, they're going to link back to a show in that other season. And you'd be like, aha! But I missed it. Crypto says, hey, King. Thanks for joining us, King. Really appreciate it. The World of Insight. Thanks for joining the show. Well, it's looking good. I'm fascinated by the War DApp. Like I was saying, any of you guys approach in any of these projects, feel free to use the video. Looks like I skipped a bunch of. Let's see. Daddy by. Oh, there you are. See, I didn't. Daddy by B. If you want to read some. Let me rephrase that. If you've got a crypto project out there and you want to emulate something for your project that's done well elsewhere, go to Reddit, to the Operation Phoenix subreddit, and find this guy, Daddy, by like 3/4 of the posts are by him there. And he does a great summary of what's going on in the project. Anything that happens, he breaks down the news, breaks down whale wallets, and gives people reasons why things happen to the best he can. And even though he's not part of the team, the reassurance and the transparency it brings, because you learn, frankly, you learn more about listening to Talking Head here about stuff. And it's wonderful. And if have somebody from your team say, all right, every day we're going to write a summary of what happened here in the market. And it's amazing. Gets a lot of eyes on your project. That's for sure. Let's see who else we got here. Contract address for DYOR. Chuck, why don't you, Chuck, if you're listening, send that to Jason. There's unfortunately, because of this fake DYOR swap group, or scam DYOR swap group that's stolen our logo. When you search for that DYOR token on Telegram, a bunch of groups come up with our logo and stuff. It's just, we've reported them endlessly, but not enough. I would love you to talk about the world of reward. Want to see how you would analyze it. Well, we've talked about it a lot today. We'll put that on the list of. I've put it on the list of things to talk about again in the future, and not only that, because then you come back for more. You know what? I had some video from Pedro on BTC and a couple other projects queued up and ready to go. But my studio software is frozen again. Usually when it freezes, the whole system goes kaput. But this time it just shut down the front end of it. And I can't get to it. As they say, L no work. You know what? I can get to it. Nope, I can't. I can't get to it. Anyway, so we'll have to save that. And Pedro, if you're listening, thanks for spending an hour doing all that, but I literally can't play it, which sucks. So I had said I'd gone through it and picked out a couple of key points. What else I have on the list today to talk about? Oh yeah, we got to do the banter bubbles thing here. If you guys weren't here earlier, we got to do the banter bubbles thing. Over here, if you haven't watched, now this is a segment I'm doing intentionally so we can get some recognition from Ran at Crypto Banter. over here you have his website that he's put together, Banter Bubbles, contracted out to have his own version of Crypto Bubbles, and it's wonderful. It's a great thing. But so we're going to get up and talk about it here right now. And what Banter Bubbles does very well is it gives you that instant visual feedback on what's going on. It makes my computer run slow because my GPU isn't the best on this one anymore. But anyway, there's some good features on it that really help you understand what's going on in the market that are not obvious. The first time you look at it, you're like, oh, look cool, this type of stuff. But if you go over to settings here, click settings, you can change the currency here that you compare everything to. So you can put this against BTC and see that how the projects are doing against BTC. Like Pepe here, well, let's try and see if I can get the mic all the way out here. Like here, we got Pepe here, up 30% again. It just keeps going up. Even this is just today. Up here, it says today. Why am I walking off screen here? I shouldn't be. Anyway, dog with hats, with up 27%. This is against Bitcoin. One of the things that doesn't get, it's over on the edge of the screen over there, Pulse, PLSX, booming lately. I mean, how many of us were down on that? I mean, it launched and then it went to zero and everyone was down on it. And now if you look at the price on Pulse or PLS over my head here, it's going up. And here, the Banter Bubbles does a great job of give you that instant feedback, and you can connect. You can compare it. Like this is the top 100. Oops, that's my display screen. You can go here and click. Let's say I'm going to see the 100 through 200. So here's the next group of guys, and compared to BCC, like groups like Jasmy, Manta, and things like that are down. Even though BTC was taking a pounding earlier. Let's see, what are they at here? Well, they came back at 68,000 now. They dumped down to, if you look over my shoulder here, you can see BTC went down 66,000 earlier here. But also you can like in the past hour, you can look at it in the past hour and get a quick visual feedback about what's going on. Oh, Ondo's one I just love. It's been going up. Don't want it to go down. Although I'm comparing against Bitcoin, all I really care about is things go up compared to the fiat in my bank. So if we go back to settings and compare it back to USD, and there's all the other usual suspects up there, but I'll do USD. There's also, you can also set up a watch list and make your own. You can set up your own Banter Bubbles here of whatever projects you want. Nope, I didn't hit the right button, but it would have just had Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol up there. And so you can just have your own, and you can have different tabs open with different watch lists, and it can just be all your AI stuff. It can just be all of your whatever. It's a great thing, and I'm going about talking about this at length because if we do a good job getting the attention of Iran at Crypto Bubbles or Crypto Banter, he'll highlight us on his show, and his show gets 100,000 viewers. So it's a good thing. Alicia says, go PLSX. Yep. I unfortunately unloaded all of that stuff a while ago. Thankfully, I was not a sacrificer. I was not. I bought some cheaply, and then it went down another 99x. Should have held on to it because it's backup, but that's how it goes. The World of Insight says, I'll come back for more. Well, more is all we got for you guys today. If there's any other topics you guys want to talk about today, let me know. But the topic of the day was what I was talking about the BTC dump. Wait, hold on a sec. I'm missing one topic here. Hold on here, 1 second. I want to thank everyone watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. We had another viewer come to us from Kick today. Really appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. And LinkedIn solved my streaming problem, and so I want to thank them for that. Hold on, I just got to figure something else out here real quick. Yeah, for those of you that weren't at the beginning of the show, I talked about it briefly, but the topic of the show I never really got to because the crowd was really bombing it today in a good way. METI, in Canada we would say, Dave, have you looked at METI? Level 2 on Ethereum? No, I have not. We'll write that down to look up. But the topic of the show today was, and I would bring the topic up, but my software is not working. Crypto websites down equals bullish. Recently, I don't know if how many of you noticed that both Coinbase, L-Bank, might not have been L-Bank, one of the other major exchanges, and also CoinGecko were crashing out. And this is in a lot of industries it would be like, wow, those guys aren't doing their job, and it would be not a good sign. In crypto, what is the sign of websites crashing? Too many people using it. What does too many people using it mean? Here comes the exit liquidity. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All the new people are coming back into crypto. New people are coming into crypto, and all the people that left when they provided the exit liquidity in the last bull run are coming back right now. And one of the ways you can tell that, in the Coinbase app in the Google Play Store and the Apple Store are shooting upwards in number of downloads. And when Coinbase's app recently moved from 500 to 49. And when that happens, that's an extremely bullish signal. That means your moms are getting into it, college students are getting back into it again, all this type of stuff because they want to degen into this and make some money. So that's what we talked about that briefly earlier, but that's we were going to talk about that more at length today, but it's Friday. We took all of your questions instead. And talked about that. Space Cat off to the gym. Have a nice day. Carmen says, I'm in the green on PLS. Finally, that was a cooker for a little while. You and Wes getting into that. Dave says METI or Metis, however you pronounce it, is a good project. Expect it to do very well this cycle. Well, might as well shill it now. Let me bring up the website for that. Let's see. This is their 1 hour chart. Well, no shit, Dave. They've done well. Let's go to their daily chart. Do a 4 hour chart on them. Oh, their project's a little older than I thought. But they've gone from, Jesus. Launch around $5, went back down to $4 for a while. Pumped like crazy up to $325. They did a 325x, no problem. Oh, wait, $4, no, basically 100x. 100x, no problem. And then all the money came out of it, unfortunately, during the bear market. And then now they're pumping again. Wow, they just cranked it up into December and January. They're back at $96. Hopefully they'll move towards that. Well, this is a bullish sign in itself here. This is the 4 hour chart. That's a flag. All right, I'll do some Pedro. I didn't draw that well, but good enough. It's a flag. It's going to break out. As they say, 68% of the time, that breaks out to the upside. So if you're a gambling man or woman, take that bet. But you didn't hear it from me. Vitalik's mother is head of the project. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. Anyway, Let's see. Yeah, nothing. Just news articles about airplanes running off the runway here in Chicago. Oops. But anyway, bullish indicators. Before I go, you say we can't see the chart you're looking. Why can't you see the chart? What's on the screen behind me? I think we're having a technical problem here. Yes, we are having a technical problem. I didn't press that button. Anyway, this is the Matisse chart here. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I see, Chuck, you mentioned it, but I wasn't watching. I was too busy yapping. Anyway, let's go back. Let's quickly look at the chart here. It's a Ethereum play here. I don't know. I still don't know how. Well, it's a level 2 Ethereum, so I don't know what their actual token is. But anyone who uses Ethereum for their project, the last thing I want to do is say, oh, somebody said, oh, you got to check this project out. It's just launching or something like that. I'm like, all right, I'll go check it out. And then I'll say, all right, I've got I'll take a BNB and convert it over to ETH to invest in it. And to get $450 out of my BNB and pay, I don't know what it was the other day, $150 in gas. I'm like, no. Sorry, not going to happen. Wah, wah, wah. But let's go to the daily chart here. This looks kind of like a dragon of some sort, or a camel. anyway, you can see here it launched at $4 right down here. This is $326 up here. Yeah, that's a good thing. And then here it went all the way back down to $4, $5. Now it's trading around $96. I mean, drives you crazy when you're not in projects like that down here. I mean, who knew? Well, Dave did. Goodwin Ogbu, embarking on the journey of innovation. War sets up sail. Boy, all you guys just FOMO'd right over here, aren't you? Thanks for joining us, though. Every launch is a testament to the boundless possibilities that await. The marketing people are getting their gibberish in today. Goodwin says, nice one, buddy. Dara, while you're away next week, our lives will be cold, dark, and meaningless. Lots of laughs. Enjoy. See you guys when you get back. Jason says, all right, before I even look at it, I'm going to say, not good, because I bought into it. I'm an investor in Stag, along with I'm an investor in Operation Phoenix too. So I gotta say that type of stuff. We'll bring up Stag. And also, I would change the music in the background, but I can't because my thing is frozen. Stag. Here's the daily chart for Stag. Actually, to be honest, the daily chart for Stag looks good. It looks very good. It's starting to buy back in it. Obviously, down here we had the launch, and then a little bit of a sell-off, and not much go on for about a month and a half or so, and then it started kicking it. Especially when BNB started going, you guys started getting some more eyeballs on it, and of course, when you guys got the people from Operation Phoenix to FOMO on over into your project, that always helps, and it helped you guys a lot. But it's a small, for all of you that don't know, the Stag is a very small cap. It's a 180,000 market cap, $23,000 liquidity. So every buy and sell affects the chart a lot. And so like these big red lines here, I don't know if I'm covering it or not. Yeah, the big red lines here. It wasn't a massive sell-off. It was like one guy selling $432 worth of stuff, and then another guy sold $180 worth of stuff. So, but anyway, it's a good cause. We talk about Stag here a lot because they visit the show a lot and support me. And they'll come on and bomb me when needed. And so we'll give them their fair shot. But if you want a small market play, small little gem, as they say. And if we can get some big influencers to talk about it, it'll certainly go through the roof because it's so low liquidity right now. And obviously, I would be remiss not to talk about my sponsor, Audit Chain here. They have a token on QuickSwap in both USDT and Matic. Talk about low liquidity, only $8,000 in liquidity. And their liquidity is really low for a reason, because their token is used for gas for their validator nodes. And as people start buying it to stake it to become validators, let's just say the supply will dwindle. And so if you want a low liquidity play, this is a good one. And I'm not just saying that because they're my sponsor. I'm saying it because I think it's a good low liquidity play. But we all know what happens with low liquidity plays. A lot of them turn out to be losers. So be careful, DYOR, all that type of stuff. War CA and Community Link. Victor, thanks for joining us wherever you're coming to us from. Someone, let's see, I still have the war stuff up here, right? It is just warofrewards.finance. And let's see if this posts correctly. Should let me post it. If you go to their website, all the links are there. Did YouTube take that? Did you guys get it on the YouTubers? Yep, there you go. You got it. Okay, thanks, Chuck. Appreciate it. Sometimes, since I use a different system for comments, sometimes YouTube treats it as I'm a user, not the moderator. And even my stuff gets done. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the show I have for you today. I could talk about this all day. But it's Friday. Friday, my son's home from school. And the Striking It has we'll just call it a dance recital of some sort tonight that I'm going to partake in, but I want to spend the rest of the afternoon cleaning up, getting ready, that type of stuff. And I've talked long enough here. It's already 1:30, an hour and a half without having Pedro's support is a long time for me. Once again, thank you to Ran at Crypto Banter for the Banter Bubbles shout out thing. And I'd like all of you to... you know what I'm going to do? Give me 1 second. I'm going to go find the tweet for that. I'm going to go find the tweet. And I'm going to make you guys bomb it. Let's see. Postponed until further notice. Let's see. Holy moly. Where is that Banter Bubbles thing? All right, everybody. This is where I need your help. Posting a link to a tweet. Here, go to the tweet. Copy our show link here from this episode. In fact, wait. I'll give you a wait. Nah, just copy the show link and let them find it. I'll post a link directly to it also. Go to that tweet, and in that tweet, put, hey, you need to check out Striking. Tag me, Striking_balls. At DYOR Media. DYOR Media doesn't have a Twitter account, so don't worry about that. And tell him that he reviewed and used Banter's Bubbles today on the air. And if we can get our show exposed to his show, it will be wonderful. It will be, as Striking Ball says, balls. I follow a Twitch guy named Rocky from Vancouver, and every time I comment, he gets on the mic he said DJ, and he just yelled, striking balls. It's wonderful. Where's my... There it is. All right, back to 68,300. Bitcoin got down as low as 66,000 something today. Charles says, I took several screenshots to post up as well. Yeah, do me a favor and post this one with the cool studio look up to it too. Would appreciate that, Chuck. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Just go to... you know what? I'm going to copy it. There's a scam site that's similar to it. Huh, where'd it go? There it is. Banter Bubbles. Once again, thank you, Ran. All right, ladies and germs. For those of you that stuck around to the end of the show here today, amazing. Thanks for everyone that bombed the show, from Operation Phoenix, from Stag, from War, from NetZ, everything. We had 81 viewers today, just with me. No Pedro. Sorry, Pedro. We love you, Pedro. We do, and we miss you. Everyone misses you. We need some of your alpha back. Talk about projects, but that'll have to. I'll have to wait. Sorry, I didn't get to run, Pedro. I didn't get to run your stuff you sent me, but my that part of the system is frozen. Can't do anything. In fact, it looks like no. The TV on this side of me is the one that's blurred out is working. Just your stuff. Just your stuff failed. Well, it's that time. It's that time of the day. We won't have a big send-off today because my show software doesn't work. But we are going to do is play my cool vlogging sound again, which I love. I'll have to play it over the other music. Ladies and gentlemen, Space Cat says you need to have an IT guy on hand 24 hours. I'm that guy. I'm the CEO of DYOR Media and chief desk crawl under guy. All right, so we can hear that music is coming through. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of the show. Thank you, Kaching, for posting on Rand's tweet there. Had a great week with all of you. I'm going to be off next week. Missed all of you. Pay attention to my tweets and posts. I'll still be able to do that. Maybe I'll get Pedro if he has any time to do a show here and there. Dara says, enjoy a vacay. Gonna do that. Just gonna be in Quebec skiing. It's not raining there. The weather has been horrid this year for skiing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media world. So glad to have hosted another episode of DYOR Live here on the DYOR Media Network. We're looking for other creators, too, to come on over and share the love at DYOR Live and DYOR Media. And we're looking for sponsors to take us to those trade shows to cover all the cool stuff. Take us to Miami, baby. All right, everyone. Have a good one. Really appreciate it.